Yes, people. Welcome to Saeed TV and welcome back to Man United Unfiltered podcast. We are with Andy Tate and Flawless in the building. You could call it therapy, you could call it whatever, but at the title of the video I put in, it's never-ending pain at Man United. It feels like we're just numb all the time, man. We need that release, slow release. But listen, we're here. Big up to everybody who's watching right now. Please smash a like on the video if you are watching right now. So please do that quickly as you can. Let's get the algorithms up. And make sure you guys follow Andy Tate on his YouTube channel, Instagram. And make sure you go follow Sarkaz MC. The two links are in the description below. So make sure you go support them. James isn't with us here today. He won't be here for a while. Just got some personal issues to deal with. So big up to James Dixon. Hope you're well, mate. And hopefully things get better for you. But Andy, you're in Birmingham today. Took a bit of a break. You went to a little show, didn't you, man? How was it, man? Forget United, first of all, you, man.
Oh, yeah. I'm down in Brumai. All right. Been to see the Villa. Not really.
Villa. Yeah. Villa. I love that accent.
Villa. I'm from Dublin myself. But, yeah, I've been to a Comic-Con. TFN. It's like a sci-fi event. Marvel, Star Wars, Transformers, anything like say you can throw yourself into. Bit of a Sheldon nerd, you know what I mean? So it's been good. Like I say, I'm not going to let these scumbags ruin my weekend. So I've had a good day. I've not been to bed since Saturday morning. I've been to work. I've come straight here. I've been up for nearly 20 hours. So you don't know
more
what
than United.
You're
doing more effort than United.
Oh, yeah, doing more effort. I've been up for that for 22, 24 hours. I mean... I don't know if insomnia kicks in soon. I don't know, but I can't sleep with the heat. But hopefully, better weather's coming as well as better days.
Absolutely. Flawless. I don't know where you've gone there, mate. You know what I mean? I was just going to ask you why you're wearing a bulletproof jacket. Hopefully, he'll come back in. But Andy, where do you want to start, mate? Where do you want to start? You take the floor, man. You know what areas? Don't know what's happened to his other one there.
I'm back.
Flawless. You know what I mean? We're just going to say, man, you're wearing a bulletproof jacket, but is that just a case of you don't want United to get you as well? Are you staying strapped and ready?
Yeah, I'm saying, it's because of all the shots I know I'm going to take. I was tweeting about this yesterday, and I was like, I know I'm getting conned on live streams the entire time. You know what I'm saying?
They're watching us.
Yeah, I know I'm a Manchester
United. Watching.
The club.
You know they're watching.
Rival fans. I know I'm getting cooked, so I was like, you know what? Let me go grab the bulletproof. Yeah, the bulletproof. It's not real people, but it just looks good. So I had to get the bulletproof on. I know what's about to happen in the comments on this live stream and all the other live streams I do. So I was like, let's get prepared for season and let's get prepared. That's why I got the bulletproof on.
Absolutely. But Andy, you kick us off, mate. I seen your fan reaction on the paddock and whatnot, and just in general on you on social media as well, but. Just another day in it for United, isn't it? How many 4-0s can we get beat by? I always think it just feels like a different type of Man United every single time. It's not the same, mate. It's a different type, but same result.
We had a plaything for people. We are somebody's bitch at the moment. Pardon the pun. And we are getting spanked left, right, and centre, and not in a good way. You know what I mean? But, it was awful to watch. Even the kit is disgusting. The kit is awful.
Is that who designed that kit?
Who designs that?
Who designed that kit?
High-vis, mate. High-vis.
Look like Mountain Dew. Look like Mountain Dew. That's what it looked like. You know what I'm saying? You seen the kind of Mountain Dew. It's that type of green. It's not even a nice green. Go on, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, everything was wrong from the start when they come out in that kit. And the heads are not mentally right. Seriously, everything like they've learned it's gone. The heads are fried. The performances, the individual mistakes. I mean, the first goal, bloody hell, man! It's simple. It's simple. That we know De Gea's like that, but it should be going in. And the second one as well. I say everything is a catalogue. Like you say, with the throw-in and all that as well. For the first goal, every goal is accountable and avoidable. That team, you can rip them off for it. Luke Shaw, Eriksen. I'm going to lay off Eriksen because he's my favourite. So fuck a lot of them. You know what I mean? Anybody, our best player's got a pacemaker. Says it all about all them shit houses. It really is. But all the goals were avoidable, and it's simple. It's simple defending. Any footballer with half a brain can fucking defend. And you can see why Ronaldo's pissed off. You can see why he's getting angry. He's shaking his head. Harry Maguire as well. I mean, seriously, it's coming to a crunch in the next few weeks, and this is scary. We could be bottom of the league.
Mate,
we are bottom of the league.
No, I know, but I'm talking right. If you don't start getting points on the board after 5 games, you're bottom. Your next 5, that's 10. If you're still down there, then you got another 5, and it's nearly the World Cup. November, and then you're like, where are we? Are we going to be in anything? Or are we going to be fighting for scraps? You know what I mean? It shapes your season. These next few weeks will shape our season.
Well, it really will. When the next win's coming. Does anyone know when the next win's coming? I don't know. Every game seems to me like it's Groundhog Day. It feels like every game right now, Flawless, it's Groundhog Day. Nobody knows when the next point is coming. I mean, next against Monday, I don't even want to think about that, but Southampton, I'm thinking it might be a good point going over there and just getting a point. Like, this team, you cannot have expectation of this team because they'll just let you down time and time again. Honestly, man, they're so spineless. It's absolutely a joke. It's not even a quality anymore. It's themselves. Like, they haven't got the mentality to play. They haven't.
Yeah. What I'm saying, they don't. What I'm saying, they don't have the quality to play. And look at the difference between preseason games and now when the lights are on and it's on the main stage, it's the big stage and you have to perform. So we know they can do it. Again, I think I alluded to this last week, that the players' our best season was in COVID times when there was nobody in the stadium. But as soon as the going gets tough, these men fold. And that's worse. I say I'll always forgive not being skilled enough. What I won't forgive is not trying, lack of effort, lack of application. Like De Gea for the first goal. We're 10 minutes into the game, 10 minutes into the game, doing all right. It's not like Brentford are peppering us, and then you give the entire momentum to them. Look at the goals we're conceding. Look at the goals we conceded in that. Like, even for the second one with De Gea, why are you passing Eriksen the ball? Maguire was one side, Martinez was one side, I think Delo was free. So you got 4 options. And you pick the worst one. And I spoke about this goalkeeper many a time and how what he's done in the past is saving him right now. Spoken on him many a times. Like, what he's done in the past is all well and good. Him getting player of the season 4 years in a row and fans player of the season 4 years in a row. Go on.
I'll put my hands up, Flawed. Sorry to cut you off, but
that's cool.
I think for me, you end up assessing things and whatnot, but I think I'm guilty of it. And I think for me, I've come to realization that I think David De Gea, he can offer us certain things, but for the large parts of it, in the way the modern game's going right now, and especially when the way playing out from the back, it's costing us every minute now. And I think, again, like I said, he's not the biggest problem, but it's still a problem. But yeah, go on, sorry.
Yeah, that's cool, and it's still a problem. And this is why I was critical of him last season. I was critical this season when I said, let him go. And I had people in the comments go like, wow, why do you want to see De Gea leave? Blah, blah, blah. Because of things like this. Like, football's a what have you done for me now sport. Not lately now. You have to perform now in 2022. Don't tell me what he was doing in 2015 and he won us the league in 2013 and what he was doing in 2017. And that's my same thing with Ronaldo as well. Too many fans talk about what players have done for us years ago. What are you doing now? Look at the team right now. Look what happened last season. Look at this. Them goals again are unforgivable. Unforgivable, that first one. Like, and we've seen him do this before. It's not like this is new. We've seen this happen where his head's gone. That's just concentration. How are you not concentrating 10 minutes into a game?
It's reminiscent of that Leicester goal last season. It was not very extreme. The same sort of
same goal, yeah.
So people are doing the same thing over and over again, and they say that that's insanity, doing the same thing over and over again and making them expecting different results. You're not gonna, and we've seen these men make errors. Like I said, he had 4 options for that second goal. Eriksen, you've got Martinez one side, Maguire the other, Delo, and you picked the worst option out of all the 3. And we 2-0 down. The third goal was the corner. Typical Manchester United not organising. I've not seen the goal back to know exactly who was at fault for that because we lost 2 headers. So we had 2 chances at defending it, and then the 4th goal Was it our corner or our free kick? Why is Shaw by himself in a race? Like, what went on? Why is our other 3 defenders halfway up the pitch? What is going on? Like, I've spoke about Luke Shaw in depth anyway, but again, organization. Again, I use these words all the time. Accountability. There's not enough accountability in this team. There's not enough people being brave. Just the basics. I'm not even talking skill people. I'm not talking first touch. I'm not talking receiving the ball on the half turn. I'm not talking passing. Yeah. I'm not talking triangles and give and goals. I'm talking about just trying. That's why I was optimistic going into the season, because I thought these players have got away with murder last season, but it's a clean slate this season. And we all give them a clean slate. You were both there at the first game against Brighton. The stadium was rocking at first because it's a clean slate, new manager, let's impress, let's forget last season. And the fans were like, cool. If we would have went out against Brighton and put in a performance, we would be on side. But it's just the same thing. Then as soon as we go a goal down, no fight. How you just closing down what we ran? What was it? I don't even know if that stat street.
Yeah.
13.8 kilometers less.
Jamie,
just not running. You're not even running. You know what I'm saying? And a professional athlete, like JV said, you basically work at a gym. How are you not fit? Yeah. So it's either physically you don't want to do it, or mentally you don't want to do it, or both. They're both unforgivable.
Man. It's mentally.
That's unforgivable, just not running.
Make them bleed.
Closing down.
Make them bleed.
Yeah, like that. That's unforgivable.
Break them.
Go on, Karen.
Drill them like the army. If they're not up for it, Wallace, then you say
drill them like the army. I agree, 100%.
Drill them like the army. If you're not up for it, fucking get out.
No, 100%, Andy. You're right, man. Big up to HKM Music. No Martial, no party. We should have not played a base in Atletico Madrid. They injured 3 of our players in 1 game. Big up to you, 2001. Top show, lads. Something has to change. We must go back to back 5. Bloody hell, back 5, man. Against LSD.
I said this. I'm looking at it. I said we needed to see a system change or a personnel change, and we did see a personnel change. That's got to be a system.
What the manager wants, though, are we just going back to?
I agree with you, Said. We are going against what the manager wants, but he has to work with the tools he has. We are not good enough, clearly, to play a back 4. I'm not even sure we're good enough to play a back 6. Never mind a back 4. So he has to go with his back 5. I've said this. I think it suits our defenders. The one area where we actually have options is centre back. When you look at it, whether you rate the defenders or not, we have options there. Our midfield's bare. Our attack is bare. But in terms of defense, if you look at Martinez, you look at Varane, Lindelof, Maguire, Bailly, Shaw can play as a left-sided centre-back as well. I've just named 6 people. You might as well. He
just to kind of like ease the pressure. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Just to stop the momentum, man. Like slow down. You know what I'm saying? Slow
down the 4-0s, man. Slow down the 4-0s. Our team's too many fun. Slow down the 4-0s.
We are 6-1 on aggregate versus Brighton and Brentford. Yes, play a back 5 with 3 DMs. Play terror ball if you have to, just to get us a result. Because at this moment in time, it's looking bleak. I'm out of suggestions. I don't even know what he can do.
Big up.
I can think of a few nasty ways to torture devices. It may go against human nature, but I can think of some nasty ways. I said that yesterday. Let anybody in that dressing room yesterday. Let me in that dressing room. I'm sure any of us would have told us what we think of it.
Yeah. Well,
even then, nobody, even then, they wouldn't have listened anyway.
Yeah. Big up to Yimka says, this is what happens when your captain specialises in relegation. This is the first time in my life I'm seeing Man United in 20th. Just dip that, lost for words. And David Dean says, I've said this about 3 years. De Gea isn't a sweeper keeper. He isn't good with the ball at his feet. He's only shined because he's had no competition. Andy, what's the problem for you, Andy? Like, Florence talked about the application. For me, I generally think, Bernardo Silva, all these players, they have the quality, but they also have the application as well. We don't have both of them. I think some of these players think they're better than what they are. And for me, let's be real, Andy. They think they're better than what they are. And I just hope, I said in my match reaction, I don't know if you watched it, guys, yet. I said, I hope Ten Hag just says to them, you know what? You're not doing this to me. You're not doing it to me. You've done it to 4 other managers. You're not doing it to me. And you're getting dropped. And I don't care if I play youngsters. I couldn't care this year if we played youngsters against Liverpool, just to show these lot that we're not buying into this shit. Sorry, go on, Andy.
Oh yeah, I agree. I mean, these players, like you said, they'll drop the throw anybody under the bus. Now this ain't the manager. This is the players, and there's nowhere to hide. They think they think they've made it. Let's say half them players, half have gone now who think they made it, and then we've still got another half of players who think just because you play on a pitch in front of 75,000 people, you've made it. You've got everything you wanted. You've got money, dreams, houses, cars, female attention, TikTok, Facebook. That. Honestly, you need a cold hard reality check. And I'm so glad he drilled them today. He drilled them, had them in on a Sunday. He had them in on a Sunday, mate, and pushed him. Talk. This is punishment. Punish him. Like even Ferguson, he was what you call it. He was firm but fair. And if you did well, you got a day off. But if you think right, get in on Sunday. And I'm glad that he's pushing these players, punishing them. They have to be made to count. Because if it goes tits up again next week, the place is gonna fucking riot. Seriously, the game might not even start with the way things are going at the club.
I was thinking the game could get locked off. There's only so long you can treat a fan base the size of Manchester United and how passionate the fans are badly, to the point where we all forget about our differences and just come together to defeat a common goal. It's at that point. Yeah.
Go on. I agree completely. Foot to football. If it comes to it, just fucking have anarchy next Monday. I don't give a shit about it.
Just have anarchy.
Seriously.
Yo,
bring the rain. Bring the rain.
Flood it.
Bring the flood, mate. I tell you what.
The roof don't do anything. Let the roof leak. Let the roof leak.
Yeah. Hoses down with a leaky roof. But the players. I'm sick of these players now. You can treat that. We've tried all sorts now with these players. We've tried to put an arm around them, tried to encourage him, tried to be fair and firm, and we've bitch slapped them. We've called them out for what they are. They don't respond to anything. It's like they're non-responsive, non-emotional.
No,
they don't know what to say. They don't know what to do. Honestly, there's no reaction.
Is that scary though? Is that scary?
There's no reaction. I mean, if you was in a fight on a Saturday night and that was have they got your back? If you're in trouble, no, they haven't. They'll fucking run out the door and fucking over the hills and far away. Tell you what, no, seriously, they would not have your back.
Yeah.
Maybe one or two players would have me back, like De Gea, Ronaldo. That's it. Maybe some of the new players. I mean, the new players, they've got nothing to do with this. This ain't on them. I've got no problem with the new players who've just come in. This is the core of what's left of last season. They deserve to be punished, and they deserve to be absolutely humiliated. And even then, they probably come out crying to their agents.
Bunch of babies, mate.
I want to feed the kids in Paris. Oh, fuck off then. I'm not interested. Feed the fucking kids some croissants on the Champs-Elysees. Get a big fucking car.
I'm taking a break. A big car and fucking feed them on the Champs-Elysees. Flawless. Feed them your baguettes and fucking tea. Because if you know what, yeah, then fuck off. This is crazy, people. This is crazy, man. You know what, people?
Ooh la la, fuck off, baguette, man.
Let me come in and out, man. My camera's
Facts. Hey, you lot are violating. Look at the entertainment you're getting, and I know some of you lot are here for our misery. Get the likes up, because there's 900 of you lot watching right now. Well, I'm watching it here on my TV as well. Get the likes up, man. We should be at 600 easily. You know what I'm saying? We should be at 600.
You got to like misery, man. You got to like the video, man. Jesus Christ.
Get the likes up. That's what we're asking. We ain't even saying anything else. Like, I make sure you subscribe, because I know some of you lot are new as well. So make sure you subscribe.
Yeah. Make sure you subscribe to everyone, man. You know what I mean? Andy and Flawless as well. Let's get him to 5K. Andy as well. Let's get him to 2K as well, man. Fresh Prince 512 says, I saw more passion in Chelsea Tottenham game than I've seen from United in years. There's a sickness in this beautiful club. It's killing me, man. You know what, Flawless, man? There's too many players for me that are not in form. That's the worrying thing for me. Sancho, Rashford, Ronaldo's obviously coming back.
Just list the 11. Just list the 11.
Like, that's how scary it is. And then anyone comes off the bench, it's almost like a virus. You know how we've had a virus for all these 3 years? Like, it's a virus that comes onto them, and then they play even worse. Like, no one has an impact. Like, okay, Malacia, I thought did well when he came on, but it's very, very rare that someone comes on and makes an impact. Ilanga just runs around. You know, there's nothing there like to inspire anyone. Like that whole game, if that was Man United of old, we'd be coming back 4-4. But that's gone now. That whole like I don't like to call it spirit and whatnot. Like I know that's
it is what you're right though. The thing is that team did have a spirit. Like, yeah, they lost games, but there's a way to lose matches. Again, I go back to it. I'll forgive lack of skill. I'm saying I'm not criticizing you for not being able to ping a ball 60 yards. I'm criticizing you for not closing down. I'm saying that, like, and people ask me why I liked Ralph or Ralph got put. No, Ralph pointed out what we had been saying for years about these players in this team. That is not good enough. When people are like, when people are talking about, United can title challenge when we had that window. No, we were far off. And now everybody's at a certain level. We're seeing that now. And that's why we're getting beat by Brentford 4-0. It wasn't even that shocking. Yeah, that's the thing. It wasn't even shocking that we got beat by them 4-0. It wasn't shocking that we got beat by Brighton.
It's sort of like the Brighton performance at the end of last season. That's like,
it's kind of dragged on. It looks like an end of the season performance. Like, what happened to these men? Have no confidence. That's one thing. They have zero confidence, the majority of them, and that's showing. And again, no technical attributes. And then when you add that into no mental attributes, it's a wrap. You need to have obviously, ideally both. But if you don't have either, the show's over. Again, Brentford and Brighton will play in the Carabao Cup or FA Cup, play lower league opposition. And lower league opposition, a team from the Championship or League One will give them a better game. Even if Brighton or Brentford win, they'll give them a better game in terms of just making it difficult.
I was watching Nottingham Forest today. Did you watch
Forest today? I didn't watch the game, but I guarantee you they went there with a game plan. How many times have Manchester United played against a team over the years, FA Cup or League Cup? They've come to Old Trafford, lower league opposition, and they make it tough. You know what I'm saying? Sit 10 men behind the ball and try hit you on the break, and you know what I'm saying, and close down and don't give you time and space and try and quieten the crowd and stuff like that. Again, that's just basics. I'm asking for the bare minimum. Bare minimum. Bear in mind, none of us here have mentioned anything about technical ability. None of us have said anything here about skill. We said everything. Just be a tryhard. How are you not running?
Yeah,
I'm saying in that. Like, this is the new season. Again, no energy, no fight.
No World
Cup. No desire, no intensity, nothing. You know what I'm saying in that? Nothing.
Sound like me on the end. That sounded like me.
That's what I said. Intensity. That's what I said. Like that.
But you know what it is though for me. You know what? Yeah, I know. You know what, guys? By the way, we have to laugh on your cry, man.
Yeah,
And I thought to myself, like, you know, I seen some couple of clips today of Eriksen telling Maguire where to be. I'm looking at the situations with the forward line. Andy Sancho's not providing anymore. You know, Bruno Fernandes becoming anonymous. It's everything. The whole core of the team. And you know what? I think for me, it's like, has Ten Hag got almost like an impossible job, like, because he's got to motivate players, then he's got to implement tactics. I mean, how much can their brain cells manage? Because it looks like they don't have one, because they can't take two information at once. Work hard and have the quality.
Yeah, I agree with that. I can forgive effort. I can forgive lack of skill, but you know, you're putting in the heart and the soul into it. I mean, I don't know really what to think anymore. I don't feel anything for this club. I don't feel any love for this team. I really don't know where we go from here next with this team, with these performances. I mean, we could soon on next week be like leading Real Madrid and beat Liverpool. You know what I mean? Then the next game is back to normal. So this is going to be a roller coaster the next few weeks. It will shape our season. I think these next 3 games now will shape our season. Where we're going to at least try to be. We know where we want to be, but that's a long way to get up to that mountain. I really don't know what to expect of these players now. And like I say, make them suffer. Like I say, make them suffer.
And he's already called them out as well, which I like. He's called them out already. I love that. Love that when he did that. I was like, we need more quality. I'm like, yeah, you know, you're fully aware of what's needed and what's required. And this is why I think we have to make additions. They'll sign somebody. Somebody will get signed. Like, we will bring in players. There's no way with that. Like you said, it's anarchy if it doesn't happen. Like,
if you don't sign anybody, would you blame him if he walks? Then it would be anarchy.
That's what I mean.
Either way, there's going to be anarchy.
Yeah.
I don't need this. I'm healthy. You know what I mean? He'll be growing hair by Christmas, Tenner. So, but you don't need it. You don't need it. From a health point of view, you don't need it. You really don't.
Big up to 88 Laser Beam. He says, bench these silver spoons and players and start the youth squad. Rip Martinez, RIP Martinez. MU destroyed this man's promising career. Liverpool 8-0. You never walk alone. I mean, flawless, man. It's looking bleak now, man. But the manager has got to show some sort of determination, some sort of. I hope he doesn't kind of like give these guys second chance. Because at the end of the day, the players always winning it, man. The players are on big contracts. You know what I mean? I just hope this manager says, you know what? Nah, man. But then again, like Andy says, he might just walk. He might just walk.
I don't think he'll walk because he just doesn't seem like that type. That's just what I'm guessing. Like we would all be understanding if he walked, but Ten Hag seems like the type like, no, I'll be okay here, you lot won't be, type of thing. And again, I think he was fully aware of what he was walking into, and he's had it confirmed now twice. The 2 opening games have let him know, all right, well, when these men get on the big stage in front of the bright lights, in front of the crowd, they can't do it. And we've not even played 2 top teams. Yeah, Brighton are decent. Brentford are okay, but it's not like we've played against teams who are going to be fighting top 7, top 6. Like we're not playing. We're playing well drilled sides, but we're not playing no exceptional sides. So that's what it is. And he is kind of stuck in terms of he's negotiating from a position of power, I think, with the club and the players. Because one thing we are all seem to be in agreement about is that this is not on Ten Hag. These defeats are not on Ten Hag. We've been mentioning them. Never before have I seen the players take so much criticism from so many people.
I was gonna say,
and I'm saying all of them. Like even your fan favorites, your Ronaldos, your Brunos, I'm seeing them get criticized, which is correct. I'm seeing Sancho be criticized. McTominay and Fred always get it. I'm seeing Luke Shaw get criticized more. De Gea, he's getting criticized even more now. So it's kind of like Rashford, he's getting criticized, even though it was more so last season, this season as well. So that's where that's a good thing. That is a very, very good thing, because that's why these players can't get away with it, because we're on their case. I think the fans will sing Ten Hag's name all day.
They've got nothing. They've got no leverage now. They've got nothing to bargain with. Nothing to bargain with at all. Because anything they did have, that little bit of player power, it's gone now.
Yeah, gone. They had it at the very start of the season. They had it, and if they would have played the performance against Brighton,
anything they had, it's gone. It's finished.
Disappeared. And then that's where now whatever Ten Hag does, if he does decide to play youth, which I don't think he will, nobody can complain. No one's going to be on the player side if he decides to play 11 youth players, or he decides to play 6 or 7 of them and bet in the likes of Zidane, Iqbal, and Charlie Savage and Garnacho and the rest. Because these players are attacked. Like I said, I've seen the numbers in terms of their goals and assists. So not only are you not running, not trying, you ain't producing anyway. So it's like you're offering very little. Youth players will at least offer that. They'll run around. You mentioned it there with Elanga. He runs around a lot. I never accuse Elanga of not trying. So we'll see. Like, I don't know what Ten Hag is going to do. Legit. Mine is go to a back 5. I don't know what he's going to do, because even going to the back 5, who do you play? Who do you play? Like, I'm going to play Liverpool next.
Exactly.
Playing Liverpool next. So, but one thing I do believe about, he will have a plan for that game. That's why I have faith. He'll have a plan.
Yeah, but will he stick to the plan?
Yeah, that's a whole other thing.
That's a whole
exactly. If you don't, then and we get stuff by Liverpool again, people will be leaving 20 minutes in. It won't be that long yet. When people were leaving last time they played us at Old Trafford. People will be leaving it.
I mean, I walked out when the 5th one went in. That was it. I walked out, and I took a nice walk home back to me. I walked all from Old Trafford all the way back to my flat, and it took me best part of an hour. And
because you had to cool off, man. I understand. You had to cool off.
Therapy, innit?
Yeah, cool off, because I was vexed that day.
I know. I'm saying we all.
And even then, I was still vexed when I did an interview at my flat. So you can't win.
We gotta get it together quick, because we were 4-0 down.
You can't win,
Brentford. So we need to sort it out expeditiously. Otherwise, Liverpool are gonna move to us. Like, we need to. Yeah, United fans, man, pray to whoever you need to pray to.
Yeah,
whoever.
Oh yeah, I'm sure there'll be a lot of praise this weekend. Man.
Big up to
with respect. Yeah. Go. Is he locked up again?
Hey, Nintendo says it's good enough to give Eric Ten Hag a Alapecco on his bed. Big up to
Alopecia, I think that was.
Who is it there?
This guy running back.
Rabadam says a lot of Ajax's successes. Yeah, a lot of Ajax's successes were down to the excellent organisation as well as their good manager. But Overmars and Van der Sar isn't coming. So is that another point there? Flawless.
Oh, you're breaking up on my side, say yeah. It wasn't just me he was breaking up on. I'm saying in that, but I think he was gonna ask about the structure at Ajax and us not having a structure. We all know about the Glazers and off the field issues, and I've said this before. Off the field issues, yes, it's a problem. You need that to compete at the highest level. So to be competing for Premier Leagues and Champions Leagues consistently and winning Premier Leagues back to back, you need good owners. You need good people off the pitch. We don't have that. That's gone. But that's no excuse not to compete at all. You don't need a great board and great people in positions of power to win a League Cup, to win a FA Cup, to win the Europa League.
It goes at any level. Any level you play from, like we say, from when you're a little kid, you get under 9s, under 10s, under 11s, go all the way through the system. You play to win.
Yeah.
You're not going to win every game. You're going to get humiliated. But it's playing with the same attitude. Even if it's first team, full grown-up football, it's the same attitude.
That's what it is. And you said it there, attitude.
Everything you learned. Yeah. Everything you learned over them years, play, and you become a first-team player. It's like you're not using what you've learned, and it's disgusting. It's borderline shameful.
Absolutely shameful, and just no. I mean, you mentioned it earlier, motivation. How are you not self-motivated? How are you at Manchester United Football Club and a professional footballer and not self-motivated to do well for just yourself? I sound like Roy Keane, but just professional pride. Surely at some point kicks in. Not at one point.
I think surely. What's that putting fines in? Wallace?
I think we need to.
Honestly, I know you can't do it against the contract and all that, and the PFA get involved, but maybe start fining these players.
You need to do something.
Any walk of life, you're not doing your job. You're going to get pulled in the office.
This is it. Like,
being criticized
and punished for performance. What is going on? Like, where's the self-pride? Like, where's your decorum? Like, even when we're getting beat by Brentford, I see players arguing, and it's the odd player here or there. Where's the passion? The players on my Saturday league team argue more when we're 2 goals down, and we're not professional footballers. How are you 4-0 down? And there's not huge arguments till it's a talking point. We seen what happened today with Tuchel and Conte. Our players should be like that at each other.
Yeah, that's tasty. That. Yeah,
I've seen that.
I think you got a Chinese burn as well, didn't he? As well. Whoa! I've seen a clip before. And I was like, wow! I wish we were like that. And you know what? Would you blame Ten Hag? Would you blame Ten Hag for walking on the pitch, wrapping his throat around one of the players?
We did this like 80 years, man. If he did, he slapped someone in the back of the head or grabbed someone and shook. Like, the players should be doing that. Why are you, man, not having full-blown arguments? Yes, there's debates going on.
He gives Ali Maguire the rock bottom of the people's elbow. I fucking love him forever on the day if he did that.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, your backside.
Yeah. My MacBook's it's overheated, man. So it's struggling to kind of manage.
I've got a fan on me here. It's like, it's lovely.
Yeah, man, it's struggling. Honestly, it's just so hot. But
the weather's changing tomorrow.
What are you guys saying? Sorry.
We was talking about, just I think you was going to ask about the organization in regards to another organization, the board that Ajax have and the structure they have that's implemented at their club that helps Ten Hag. And I was just saying, yes, you need that to compete at the highest level consistently. I agree. But FA Cups, League Cups, Europa League, you don't need that. I'm saying, like, even Liverpool fans, they're not overly thrilled about their owners. But yes, they have a miles better structure than us, but they also have a manager that's very, very good and a team that's very, very good as well, which helps them compete. I'm just talking about us competing for top 4. We're more than capable. We spend enough to compete for top 4, but the money isn't spent well. So that's why I don't hear it when people again, we want the Glazers gone 110%. But that's no excuse for De Gea making that mistake. That's no excuse for De Gea making the mistakes he's making. Nah, that's just bad footballing. That's just a bad decisions on the football pitch.
No, 100%, man. Andy, what do you reckon will change? Is anything going to change, you reckon?
I don't know, but it has to. Someone's got to give in the next week or so, whether it be politically outside of the club, or on the pitch. Maybe a player needs to be. We get the player we want, or the player needs to be moved out. A big signing moved out. I really don't know what. You say we can. It's all suspicious. It's all like say. It's like the Elvis song, isn't it? We're caught in a trap because I love you too much, baby. Suspicious mind. It's suspicious mind. This club. Oh yeah, this club will kill you. It will. It'll kill you from the inside. I really don't know what to think of it, Flawless. I really don't.
Go on, carry on, Andy.
Players. Let's say at least there's one good thing. At least we're not getting sorry from all the Twitter accounts.
That's it.
That's good. But I'll give it to the At least he came out and faced the music, because none of the others would. He took it. He was honest and brutal. The he came out. And I love him for that. I respect him for that. I've got more respect for him than any of them.
Absolutely. Big up to Demerito. Baldy said, my granny passed away. And Man United depresses you down. Sorry to hear about that, honestly. Hope you well, and condolences.
So sorry to hear that, but
to
your granny wouldn't want you to be depressed, man. Don't let United get you down. You feel me?
Yeah. It's not worth it.
Don't let United do that. It's not worth it. Your granny would say that to you. Chin up.
Think about all the things. Think about the good times as well.
Look at the positives in it. That's what I'm doing in it. Like outside of football, life is fine. So it's like you just have to just push it to the side and focus on the positives. That's what that is.
Where do we go from here, Flawless, man? What do we do now? We just wait until Man United just somehow get back to form? Is that what we're doing?
We just keep falling down the cliff. That's what we do now. Like, I don't know. Like, I do believe there will be a reaction. These results are too bad. And the manager we have and him publicly criticizing the players is too bad. If I remember correctly, when we beat Arsenal 8-2, because they had a bad start to the season, Arsenal went into the transfer market and signed 4 or 5 players. I think they signed Mertesacker. Arsenal fans will be able to tell me in the chat. And it was like 3 or 4. They had a mad window. I can see us doing something like that. I can see us going to get 3 or 4 players. I'm not saying of great quality, but there has to be a reaction to be a response. When Gary Neville, who didn't call out the manager after we got beat 5-0 at home to Liverpool, and Liverpool fans were singing the manager's name, he's now calling them out publicly. So it's not just new media like ourselves who are calling them out. You have mainstream media on TV, club legends calling out the Glazers.
I think most fans think, opposite fans think it's funny, but they clearly see it's not the manager.
Yeah.
Other teams can say, when the team's prepared, Klopp will know this team is not up for the fight for next season. He's already got his dossier. From last season as well. They'll use that as motivation.
Absolutely, they will, and that's another thing. The reason why we'll give the manager a bye, because it's like this isn't his team. I said if this was his team and his players, and he's not getting his results, I would be like, that's on the manager. I fully criticize. This is why I was so critical of Ollie. That's why, because these are your players. So if your players aren't performing, then that's on you. Because if these players were performing, you get the praise. So therefore, you should receive the criticism when you don't, and that's what it is with Ten Hag. This is why I said I'll give him this season and the season after. Let him get his tools in. And then we'll figure it out. Then we'll know. But this ain't his team.
He needs his own tools. He needs his own tools. He really does. Even if it takes another 2 feet. Whoa. Drop my phone. Sorry.
That's
all technical.
That's how Man United moving, man. That's how
everything's going on
moving, man. Yeah, exactly. We got a super chat from Josie. And Josie Boraniva. Sorry if I announced that wrong. He says, good day. Here is a problem. First game of the season against Liverpool, and we had a clean sheet, and Maguire didn't play. Ever since then, Maguire has started and no clean sheets. The play will look worse. Look worse. See the significance. Is it as simple as that, Andy Tate, for you? Maguire being in his team is causing United problems.
I don't know. It's sort of 50-50 because he played in that Melbourne game. That goal we let against Melbourne, it was sort of the same with the fourth goal on Luke Shaw. It's the same. It's the same sort of goal. I respect for it's completely two different games. It's a friendly. This is Premier League, but Jesus Christ, it's the same sort of goal. Putting in the ball and an attack on no pace. Anybody with pace can beat Harry Maguire. Anybody with pace can beat Luke Shaw. So yeah, I think Harry Maguire now it's crunch time for him. It really is crunch time. I mean, if it has to be an example, stick him with the captain in the next few weeks.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Do we need a new captain?
I think we do. Because this is rinse, repeat. It's a washing machine cycle that'll never stop.
Well, the issue we have with the captain is the issue with that. Before you ask the next question, Saeed, who do you give the captaincy to? Because the one guy who you think who's more senior you give the captaincy to has had a terrible start to the season. The guy behind him, David De Gea. Who does he give the captaincy to?
And a Ronaldo, we're hearing all these reports that, like I said, you don't want to be here. You can't give it to Ronaldo, can you?
Ronaldo ain't captain material. As much as I love Ronaldo, Ronaldo's not captain material. We don't have one. That's where I'll defend Ten Hag when people are like, take the captaincy off Maguire. Cool. Who do you give the captaincy to? Bruno, who's body language and everything. Like I say, people don't want to talk body language when it's Bruno, but let that have been our former number 6 from last season doing what Bruno does. Groundhog made the point of it. You know what I'm saying? When Bruno be giving the ball away, throwing his arms up in the air, or he's rolling around on the ground, whinging. Like, we're losing, get up. You're not hurt. Get up off the floor and play football.
I'll give it Martinez. Maybe Martinez. Maybe
give it to the new guy. That's legit, Andy. That's the only thing
I would not give it Eriksen because I would not give it Eriksen because the poor lad's been through enough.
Yeah, don't give him. Yeah. Don't. He's been through.
I say Martinez. I would definitely pass a look at giving it Martinez.
You know what's crazy? I think that's probably the best solution and the only logical solution is giving it to Martinez. That's the only solution. None of these other players.
Was he captain at Ajax?
I'm not sure. Who their captain was. Someone in the chat will know.
Yeah, I think he was captain. at Ajax. I think he was at a young age as well.
Maybe that's the answer.
Yeah. What's Alex Crutch said of the Talk Sport? Someone apparently said Alex Crutch is getting. We're gonna get. Do you reckon the leaks will come back now, Mandem? Do you reckon the leaks will come back where we'll get a lot of leaks coming out of dressing room now? People feel a bit butthurt now. People not liking things and stuff like that. Do you reckon that will come now and resurface again?
Of course it will, because it's Manchester United. People, whether it's true or not, people are always going to create the rumor. Like after, I think Charles Statman, he mentioned it when reports came out after the first game that Ten Hag was unhappy with McTominay's and Fred's performances. That didn't need to get leaked for us to know. We all watched the game. Like, there's no way he was happy with their performances. So adding stuff potentially being true, the rumors are going. You know what it's like with Manchester United. We are a soap. And this is season 1, episode 2, and there's been loads of killings, robberies. You know what I'm saying? People have been jailed. People are getting released from jail. It's mad. This is the soap that is Manchester United, man. I don't even watch Hollyoaks, but every time it advertises, there's always something crazy going on. Something's blowing up. There's a fight. Someone's getting stabbed. There's someone arguing. Someone's getting cheated on. That's us. We are just pure drama on the pitch and off the pitch. We can't just lose and be quiet.
I won't put it past the Glazers to do an Amazon.
We are like keeping up with the Kardashians. We are. We legit. That's us. We should be on E. We are entertainment because we can't just.
get entertainment, beat.
We can't just get beat and be quiet. Like, we'll get beat and then there's off the field stuff. Like, even today I seen it and it was Harry Maguire. So it was our players walking to the dressing rooms at Brentford and Harry Maguire turned the wrong way. And that's gone viral.
Again, man. The other week, what did he do? He was on the wrong side of the dressing room, wrong side of the kind of thing.
This is what I'm talking about. Is, you know what I'm saying? And that look, we 46 minutes into the show. We've barely actually touched on the actual game itself. We haven't broke down. We conceded 4 goals. We haven't broke down in detail. We're talking about all the off the field stuff because that's United. Even
there we go. Look at this. Look at this. Frankie De Jong will be a Man United player before the Liverpool game next Monday. Look at that, people. They know what to do.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
What did you do? Like, bullshit. It's got a cough there. Sorry, Saeed. Forgive me for. Bullshit.
It's all right, man. It's all right. Do what you got to do.
But
you know what? Though, that is just typical United, though, man. Typical United.
That would
if
be
it
like
was to
us,
happen.
though. As much as I know, but yes, Saeed, I agree. Just us trying to hush money, shut us up in it. You know what I'm saying? They treat us bad, cheat on us, and then they buy us a bag. You know what I'm saying? They buy us a Birkin to shut us up. Or take us on holiday to shut us up, and then just go and do the same thing again.
Yeah. It's a marriage. It's a convenient marriage, isn't it? We'll cheat on you. We'll come here. I love you. You know I love you. I'll still be doing it. You know what I mean? You know you're my number one. Yeah, whatever.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. That is it. It's crazy.
Yeah. Oh. We got Zamiasa here trolling. He says, Andy, how you cope with the Samba Gooners when you come to the Emirates already 6 points behind us? I mean, why do you need to focus on us if you're ahead of us, innit? Like, are we still your rivals then? Are we still that obsessed with us? You know what I mean, Zamiasa? You should be looking ahead to us.
That's 6 points.
It's 2 games.
It's 2 games.
It's 2 games.
It's 2 games.
Jesus Christ! Give your head a wobble. Jesus.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, I know it's hot saying, but it's 2 games in that 6 points. Man's talking about.
Yeah.
The guy's funk bound at Gatwick. He really is. The guy's funk bound at Gatwick. He can't see for it above the trees. He really doesn't know. He's gassed.
Big up to Root 2001 says, big up Saeed, you're doing good there. My man's head was God yesterday. Listen, it is what it is, man. It's happened. Big up to everybody still locked in. 1.2k in the building. How many likes we on, people, man? Let's at least aim for 800 likes. If you could do that, that'd be amazing.
1k likes, Saeed, man. There should be 1,000 likes. I'm saying,
there we go, people.
Smash it. Press that like.
Likes.
Press the like button, people, man. But Andy, you know what I mean? It's gonna keep the rumor mill will keep happening this week. What are you expecting from Ten Hag? What are you hoping that Ten Hag does in the coming days? Because you know they'll go out there, they'll do them little training videos, excited for the game. We're ready. You know, game face. Yeah.
Hard work running like that. High five, smiles, West Side. You know what I mean? Yeah, yo, yeah. I'm sick of it. The PR will try to hype it all up. You know what I mean? But there's that dark shadow in the background because it's Liverpool. You know what? I really couldn't give a fuck about the PR spin this week. I really couldn't. I feel for Ten Hag. I say I had a rumour his advisors were having a go at the club.
Yeah,
officials.
what did you make of that?
Who was having a go at who? Who was that?
I've heard a rumour over the week, last 24 hours, Ten Hag's advisors absolutely fuming with the officials of the club for the way they've handled everything in the last few weeks. And then he's making him. I wouldn't be so. This is desperation. I say, I don't want him to go. I love him, and this club will maybe throw out stories about him and they'll try to protect themselves. It's brand United. So, but I hope, I really hope the next week, like you say, he tortures them players like an army drill camp. He really pushes him. And if they fall down and break down and they start crying, you're not in the squad for next week. I don't care. You got to back me. And I'm sure he's got a tactic plan. He would have looked at the videos from last season. They looked the 4-0 at Anfield. I'm sure he would have watched that back. I mean, I would make them watch that back. On Carrington this week, I would play the full 90 minutes and make them play that back, as well as the Old Trafford game. Because that's maybe the only way you're going to get a response from this team.
Yep, that's the only way, man.
2 new players, but these have to be made to bleed. Really bleed. Humiliate them. I don't care. Humiliate them. It's about time. You're living a lie. Some of these players, you're just living a lie, and he has to humiliate them because you've tried the arm, try the softly approach, encouragement, courage. It doesn't work. Slagging them off doesn't work. Just humiliate them. I don't fucking care. As long as we get a result next week, new players, sacrifice one. Anybody in? I don't care. Throw the book out the window. Whoa, straight up. I think I've just hit somebody on the head. But No, we've got to do something. I really don't know, Saeed. We have to do something. But I'll back anything that he does this week.
I think that's the main message in it. You know what I mean? And I think that's what I think the fans want to see, especially me, man. I just want to see that Ten Hag has full control. You know what I mean, or whatnot. And this is where we're going to see all the PR from Man United. You know what I mean? They're gonna try and do all this stuff to kind of get their appease the fans. But it's, for me, like I said, big up to Smokey Settings. He says Ronaldo flexes muscles, but he was rolling around yet. And Rashford, I swear to God, if Rashford gets a new contract, that'll be another thing as well, Flawless, man. If he gets another contract, honestly, to me, that is just damning, man.
Yeah, see how many stories. This is what I'm talking about when I call us a soap. See how many stories we forgot. I forgot about this. I'm saying this is another storyline. You know what I'm saying? And that I forgot about the whole Rashford, PSG, and him potentially getting a new contract based off of what? How does he deserve a new contract? Somebody please explain to me. Look at his performances on the pitch. Don't tell me about off the field stuff and brand Rashford. That's all well and good. You are employed as a footballer at Manchester United first and foremost. What are you doing on the football pitch is not enough. If you don't want to be here, or even forget that, if PSG want him and put in a bid, let him go. Let him go. And if he gets a new contract, it just sums up Manchester United and how we are poorly run. Because there's nobody not named with this. There's nobody who can tell you legit that he deserves a new contract. Himself, I think if you ask him himself, honestly, privately, do you deserve a new contract? No, he doesn't. And he's going to get more money, and he's already on too much money, I think, anyway. And when I say that, I'm not pocket watching people, I'm talking performances. 200 grand a week is not good enough.
He is not. I know he's not worth it. He's just not worth it. I mean, I know he's been through a lot. He broke a back. He played with a broken back, and he deserves another chance this season. Luke Shaw broke his leg when he first started. He got a second chance, but you can't use your status to say you deserve a new contract.
Play a part, and even with the back thing, that's on him for playing. Again, that ties into poor decision making. The same way we can criticize you for poor decision making on the pitch, that's poor decision making off the pitch. If you are injured, don't play. Like people will criticize it. Like Robin was like that. People would criticize him for missing games. If you're not right, look after your body. You are a professional athlete. Your body is what helps you perform at the highest level. So if you were playing injured during all that and taking injections after injections, eventually your body is going to break down. And again, that's no excuse for not running and not closing down. And that chance he missed against Brighton at the back post is nothing to do with the injury. That's just because he's not good enough, people.
Yeah.
It's a volley from 6 yards out. Hit the
what about Sancho? Because
again, go on.
Again, what's up? Like, do we have to have a conversation about Sancho? Because a lot of people say to me, "Oh, Saeed, you always give excuses to Sancho." I think for me, I don't give excuses to no player. Even De Gea, I've come out, I've fairly criticised De Gea, and I said, you know what, next season might be the season where we have to look at the keeper situation and maybe move on from David De Gea. But does Sancho suit this league, Flawless, or is it just maybe the toxicity of the football club is just it's not fitting in? What is wrong with Sancho? Like, we've not seen it.
I think he's fine in terms of the league because he is talented. And the reason why we're not being so critical of him, myself included, is because he's new. I said this season is make or break for him. The same way for Varane, it's make or break. But they've not been here 2, 3, 4 years. They've not been here 8, 9 years like certain players. Like, that's what it is with Sancho. Plus, we've seen talent die here. Again, who flourishes at Manchester United for a long period of time? At most, you might flourish for 6 months, 8 months, like not even 8 months. You flourishing for half the season max, and then that's it. So people expect, look at who Sancho's playing with. This isn't an excuse, people. Look at the zero system. You know what I'm saying? In terms of Ten Hag's new, so it's like, but I'm talking about more so last season. You're playing with Bruno inside. Yeah, you're
just like Bruno when he came in. Bruno, first 6 months, breath of fresh air. And just like Sancho, he's been contaminated.
And that's what it is. And like Bruno ain't good enough. Ronaldo ain't good enough. Rashford's not good enough. Fred and McTominay are not good enough. But you expect Sancho to carry the team. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. No player in 2022 who's competing at the highest level and performing at the highest level without a system. Take your favorite player, whoever that is. Whoever your favorite, your Premier League 11, guarantee you they all have a system that helps them. And that's no excuse. And especially the way Sancho plays. He's a give and go player. I'm saying likes playing triangles. Who are you linking up with? Bruno can't do it. Ronaldo can't do it. Rashford can't do it. McTominay can't do it. Fred can't do it. Who are you linking up with? And for the majority of the season, he had Wan-Bissaka behind him. So what is he supposed to do? And if he's on the other side, is Luke Shaw. Recipe for disaster. But yes, he has to perform this season. Otherwise, I won't defend him any further. You got to perform this season, Sancho.
Before I get your opinion, Andy, Latif says Rashford got me so hot seeing him on the barbershop with LeBron when he hasn't done nothing. His brand, not baller. Sancho would be good. But where are you with Sancho, Andy, in terms of Sancho progression-wise? Is he his start to now prove it now for you? Been here now a year now? You know, he's producing now.
I think he has, because we've seen that Sancho from the Bundesliga without playing in that Dortmund team, pushing on all, and is going far in the Champions League, pushing for the Bundesliga with Ireland and all that. So the form is there, and he has to start showing it. I mean, he's so immensely talented, but he like I say, maybe it's hanging around with the wrong people. It's Jesse Lingard, Pogba, Rashford. It's the younger generation now, isn't it? It's the attitude. It's the attitude. I mean, what would it take to make some of these players work? A bollocking from their family members? It might work.
I don't know.
What are you playing at? I mean, would Sancho's mum and dad pulling to one side? What's going on, man? Come on. Same with Rashford. What's going on? For God's sake, stop thinking about money for once and just think about your professional performances. Have a heart-to-heart with your family. Then maybe have a heart-to-heart with your teammates. Because something might click if you have a heart-to-heart. Because if you're not, it's not working in the dressing room. Maybe you've got to look at yourself in the mirror and have a heart-to-heart with your family members. Then you might get some form back, and it might go back into the dressing room.
I don't think it's an attitude thing with them. I just think minus Sancho is skill. Same way I don't think it's an attitude thing with McTominay or Bruno. Use those two as an example.
Maybe they're just not good enough, half of these players.
Maguire, I just think it's a skill thing. I don't even think it's too much to look into. Yes, they should be performing at a higher level in terms of effort, but it's skill for the majority. Sancho's one of the few players I actually rate, like in the team, who I actually think is like talented, like extra. Like I don't think Rashford is that good. Ronaldo at 38, I don't think is that good. Bruno, I've spoken a lot of times. He's the only number 10 in Europe who are a top club who will shoot first. He don't create first. You'll shoot. Like, no. He's the new age Dele Alli. You know what I'm saying? He gives you goals and not much else. And that's why Dele Alli died a horrible death, because the error he's in. If you put Dele Alli in an old, like, that was his error, or put him in the night, he'll do fine. But you can't, as a professional footballer now, I don't mind if you play as a 9, a 10, a false 9, or in one of the inside forward that gives you goals and nothing else. And we have
that's a great comparison. That's a really great comparison.
Like he is legit. And
yeah. But you know what it is though? Well, the more I look at it, I think, you know what, man? We can want attitude, and we can want this and that and passion or that. What about we just say they're not good enough, some of these players? And we've seen too many excuses come from these players. And why don't this football club do the right thing? And I hope Ten Hag doesn't give them another chance, because I feel like for me, they're going to spit in his face again and be like, you know, why can't this football club just let people go? Why are they so worried about what they can lose rather than what they can gain? You know, sometimes it's more about gaining a fresh start, gaining a new Man United, gaining players that want to play for this football club and know what it takes to play for. Why can't we think of what we can gain rather than what we can lose?
It may come to a point where the fan base, look at the continent, Napoli fans, they're ultras. They actually barricaded them. They barricaded the team in their own training ground. They barricaded them in. I mean, imagine United fans descended on Carrington? Absolutely, because we've done it once before. Maybe only a couple, but if you start, barricading the road, I actually say it could come to that. I mean, you don't know what's capable. If Italian fans can barricade Napoli, absolute, because the team wasn't performing, and I think Ancelotti was the manager at the time, and the attitude of the players, they were scared. The players were scared. And you remember Rooney tried to join City, turned up at his house all them years ago.
Yeah.
So
Liverpool fans wanted to Gerrard, didn't it, when he was going to Chelsea?
But our club, you will put it past him. The fans descend on Carrington, absolutely fat, or on the homes. It could get nasty.
Yeah, I think this could get worse. I think United fans that think this is over. I genuinely think it could get worse, man. I can't see these guys just changing like that. Like, it's got to be a gradual build-up. Ten Hag, this is not gonna be overnight fix. I think it is a major overhaul. Again, like I said, but then again, you've got to get the owners to spend the right money, the right way, in the right manner, not just spending it willy-nilly and just kind of doing that. But again, we don't care because we want the Glazers out anyway. People, listen, we're going to wrap it up here. Big up to everybody who's been here. 1.3K still in the building, man. Like I said, therapy. Any rival fans that want to laugh at us, you know what I mean? Fair play. It is what it is. But majority of you guys that United fans in here, please smash a like on the video. 1.3K. Let's get the likes up to 1,000 likes if you can. Get the
likes up, man. Get the likes up. Way too low, man. Get the likes up, you lot.
Come on, man.
If you like our misery, at least like the video.
There you go. Exactly.
Sunday evening, get the likes up and subscribe to the. Don't forget, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell as well. Don't forget, you lot, man. I'll be stingy. You lot clearly enjoy the content, so just hit a like button.
Yeah, absolutely. You heard it first. Make sure you go follow Andy Tate on his YouTube channel. Link is in the description below. Andy, any final messages before you wrap up?
It's going to be a painful week, and I just hope there's some joy at the end of it. Otherwise, anarchy's going to reign in Manchester next week.
Yeah,
it could be borderline the Super League game with like Liverpool, the protests.
Yeah,
I don't want it to be, but if the game gets called off, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, of course. Nobody cares. Yeah, absolutely. Flawless. Let them know where they can find you. What you got coming up.
Yeah, firstly, thanks for having me as always, Saeed. You know what I'm saying, man. Loves the show. Always good to see you as well, Andy. What have we got coming up tonight? 10 p.m. people, fan calling show on the Twitch. So that's the Sarcasm City TV Twitch fan calling show. So you lot feel free to call in. Can talk about Manchester United, the Brentford. Can talk about, it might be Chelsea Spurs. It may be something else football related or sporting related. Feel free to call in. And then midnight, the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A that we have every Sunday, where we answer all your sporting questions as well, people. So 2 shows as well. So yeah, man, make sure you subscribe to Sarcasm City TV on YouTube and follow the Twitch as well.
Got, man. I'll be back tomorrow with Nuruddin for the Straight Jacket podcast. So
that's going to be fiery.
Yeah, man. Listen, it's going to be firing, man. Go check it out tomorrow, 5:30. Straight Jacket podcast. I think we're on 191, and still we're talking about the same shit, man. I think when I started it, you know what I mean, it was the end of Mourinho's era. You need
to appear in the straight jacket. You might get it.
I know. I need to get the straight. That's why I call it jacket.
Yeah,
that's what I call it.
Yeah, well, I was say you get one of them. I tell you what, that'll be some views. That I tell you.
You know what? Anyone that knows where I can get it from, let me know, and I'll go and get it, and I'll wear it on the show. You know what I mean? Just for the banter. But people, we're out. People, take it easy. Leave a like on the video on your way out, and like I said, man, keep the faith, man. Keep the faith.